Welcome back, everybody. Big Brother here, Beyond the Smoking Hole. Put on your helmets, we're going into the game. Today I want to show you an attack that was done by a clanmate of mine, Destroyer Lord. And he's a Town Hall 9, a relatively new Town Hall 9. He cannot make Lava Hounds on his own yet. He's still in the process of upgrading the Dark Barracks. But he can bring one in the clan castle, so that's the good news. What he prefers is to make dragon attacks, and what I want to show you is how to make good dragon attack. That's one of the things that I'd really like to do with this channel. In addition, some other things, but some bloopers and whatnot from the game that just have infuriated people. But what I do want to show you is how he accomplishes a dragon attack. So today, what I want to do is first go through this, show you where he puts his heroes, where he puts his dragons, how he deploys the hound, and then we'll fast forward through the attack and show you what happens in the end. And then we'll go through piece by piece and kind of lay it out for you, okay? So, for people that say that dragons are dead, they're the stupidest troop in the game, and they're difficult to handle, they're slow, they're not very strong. Destroyer Lord would disagree with you vehemently because that is his favorite attack for Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 8 bases. Okay, so let's get this party started. First thing that Destroyer Lord does is drops the queen in the south and the king in the east. And the idea here is that he's going to go ahead and take out some of the air defenses in the middle while the king and the queen are operating along the edge. Now, why would you want to operate along the edge? Well, what they're effectively doing is they're blocking the dragons from escaping the path that you'd like them to go on. A dragon will find a building that hasn't been destroyed and use that as a path away from where you want them to be. And they will almost always take that path. They'll take the road not taken, which is absolutely dreadful if you're trying to make an attack and send them a certain way. Now, what Destroyer Lord does here is, after taking out those two air defenses in the middle with lightning and earthquake, and we'll talk about how that's done in just a moment, he sends his dragons right into the teeth of those remaining two air defenses and right on the heels of the Lava Hound. You can see that it just exploded there and created all kinds of pups. Let's fast forward this just to see what happens with the rest of this attack. The dragons work their way right across the board. They spread out in very, very, very good form. And while it looks at the moment that things are not going to go well, voila, there's not a single defense left on the board, and the dragons finish up in the corner on the biggest buildings in the base, which is exactly what you want them to do. Okay, so here we are on the air defenses, and I just want to make a quick note about how you take out the air defenses with lightning and earthquake. First of all, you have to do the math. There are two lightnings on each one of these level 6 air defenses, and you'll note, see, the air defense at the top is almost completely destroyed, and that's because the damage that is dealt by the level 5 lightning is just barely sufficient to almost take out a level 6 air defense. You'll note that the bottom one is also down to a very, very, very thin sliver of health. Okay, so the answer is I know that a lot of people used to take out an air defense with 3 lightning strikes, but now it's possible to take them out with 2 lightning strikes and an earthquake. And generally speaking, what we give each other in the clan is a max earthquake in the clan castle, and then you take whatever earthquake you have to polish off the other air defense. So that's what happens here. There's an earthquake. There's another earthquake, and you'll note that it did some significant damage to the Town Hall as well. The Town Hall is almost half destroyed, so by the time you get your dragons into the middle of the board, lo and behold, the Town Hall is just about gone. Okay, so that's really good news. Another thing about this base that I like is that the air defense, not only is the air defense only level 6, but the expos are set to ground. And the expos, as you note, the expos reach further if they're set to ground, but they can't shoot at an air target. Okay. Another really interesting thing about this base is where to come in with your dragons. Where should you come in? And Destroyer Lord chose to come in from this side. Now, why did Destroyer Lord choose to come in from this side and not from some other side? Why did Destroyer Lord choose to take out these two air defenses? I'll tell you why. Look around this base, and what you'll note is that there are two blowers here, one way up there and one way down here, okay? And this blower, we can select it, and it'll show you where it can actually blow the dragons around. This blower will blow the dragons anywhere. This is the center line for blowing. It'll point directly in this direction and blow the dragons this way. It'll go reach all the way out here too. This is why Destroyer Lord puts the Queen in the south, to take out all these buildings so the dragons will not get in the way of the blower, or alternatively the blower won't get in the way of the dragons. If dragons get caught up in a blower, your attack is basically over. The dragons are completely ineffective. They breathe, but nothing happens. They wind up targeting things that you didn't want them to. They're slower, they're sluggish, they're terrible. So you want absolutely positively to either come in from behind the blower or to take everything out in front of it so the dragons have nowhere else to go but in. Okay? Another thing that you look for on a base like this is there's the clan castle. Now, I don't know what's in the clan castle, right? You never do unless someone has already attacked the base. And in that case, you know, what fun is it anyway? You really want to go in cold and see what you can do. This clan castle is away from where your dragons are coming in. So the clan castle will meet them head on. The dragons will go straight into the clan castle and they won't get pulled around the edges. Okay, the heroes will generally tend to pull the dragons away from where you want them to be too. But with the direction of the attack going this way, okay, with the king over on the right-hand side here in the east, taking out these buildings, the dragons will have nowhere to go but in to the clan castle, into the town hall, into these two air defenses. And what's great about the next part of this attack is you can see that the king and the queen are doing a very good job of what I call cutting the edge. Okay, they are pinching those dragons in beautifully. Now, another important part of this is let's look at where this air defense reaches, because you want to get your hounds in. You want to get your hound, in this case, or hounds if you have more than one. You want to get them in before the dragons get into trouble. And you'll note, look at this storage right here that's just about ready to fall. The queen is hitting, and the dragon is here. Look, the air blower has pointed right toward this dragon and has targeted it because it's right along that line, right along the edge line. It's centered right on that edge line, and it'll blow this dragon around. Okay, Destroyer Lord also puts a dragon out here in the west, just in case. And what do I mean, just in case? Well, just in case this blower wants to target a dragon, that would be a good one for it to target and stay away from the rest of this line of dragon that's going to be moving right in on the town hall. So you want to keep your dragon safe by deploying the hound before your line. See the way these dragons are right around this circle right here. They're towing the line. You want them to go right in across that line. Let's see what happens next. They are, yes. Now, if anything, the hound was dropped just a snicker too late here, but because the air defense has already started to target a dragon. But you'll notice that what happened here is this air blower is no longer targeting anything on this side. It's picking on this dragon on the west side of the queen. The queen is moving right up here and taking out some additional buildings, and the dragon is distracting the air blower. So that was a very, very well-placed dragon there in the west. We'll see how he does in a second. Here comes the hound. And the hound is very neatly camping right here. The hound is camping out and taking fire from both of these two air defenses, which is just fantastic, because really all these dragons, where do they go? Where can they go? They can take out this mortar. They can take out this air blower. There's a cannon here for it to take out. So let's see what happens next. This line of dragons moves right in under cover from the lava hound, and they very, very quickly move right in, take out these buildings right along the edge. Look at this dragon over here in the west, just eating away at an edge building. This dragon escaped, just like I said. If there was one building here standing, that dragon would go ahead and use it to escape, which is why Destroyer Lord put the bulk of his dragons a little bit further up the line here. This is a very, very, very nice line of dragons coming right up there, and if you notice, they're going right after the defenses. The last defenses fall pretty quickly, and then, as we saw earlier, the point here is that dragons all finish up in the corner where the dark storage and the elixir storage are, and that's a very, very good place for them to end with no issues. Look at that Destroyer Lord taking on a Town Hall 9 for 100% victory in a clan war. Congratulations. Then if you notice, he's really a relatively new Town Hall 9. He does have 11 dragons, but they're level 3, a level 6 Archer Queen, a level 2 Earthquake spells, and then 4 level 5 Lightnings. He did carry a level 4 Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, so that was one thing that did work to his advantage. Anyway, hey folks, thanks for watching. I'll be here all week.